Greetings, my fellow freedom lovers and sovereign thinkers. Thank you for tuning in to LL3 Podcast. My name is Craig, transmitting from the beautiful swampy Mango, South Florida, and today's date is Tuesday, February 16th, 2021. Hopefully everyone had a nice weekend. Valentine's Day, President's Day. Funny about President's Day, it started by the Nixon administration. And of course, the PC crew, the Orwellian saps, snowflakes, whatever you want to call them. Council culture. We shouldn't be celebrating because he owned slaves. Well. Let's erase everybody. Some of them have their faults. And errors and so forth. It's all just condemn them. We'll be perfect. Let's don't learn from the past. But if we repeat it, that's okay. As long as it's for our own benefit. Good grief. All you whiners and crybabies out there. The PC crew. All claim to be experts and activists. Just paper attributes. Sorry to tell you that. So, I'm going to be talking a couple of articles in reference to Jon Schaffer. Just to let you know, the case is still pending. I don't really know about the latest report on him after his arrest. So, it still claims he's still going to be extraditing in Washington D.C., but I'm not going to be assuming. We're going to do a couple of things pertaining to him. His band, and claimed of footage that he was involved in the charge. Yeah. And of course, some people, oh, good, that's everyone's quitting, that'll be great. I don't see it that way. It's disappointing. But we'll talk about these articles and just let you folks know. All out of fairness, indeed. So, let's check this one out here. This came out yesterday from loudwire.com. Ister singer Stu Block, bassist Luke Appleton, and guitarist Jake Dreyer have quit the band. Okay, so we see what it says here by Joe DeVita. Ice singer Stu Block and bassist Luke Appleton have officially announced they have both quit the band. The decision comes over 1 month after the metal group's founding member, guitarist Jon Schaffer, participated in the insurrection. I love that term. Insurrection! Be dramatic, baby! Yeah! At the U.S. Capitol building on January 6th, and just under 4 weeks after the FBI confirmed he had been arrested on 6 federal charges, which he did turn himself in, of course. So, it's just funny to still use that term insurrection. You know, I'm still sticking to my guns. It was an inside job. It was done internally. Schaffer wasn't the participant of the quote-unquote insurrection. It's like so dramatic. All right? But, okay, I'll carry on here. Block, who came under fire earlier for deleting social media posts where he alleged he confused the meanings of the words condemned and condone in regards to his message that had the appearance of supporting the attack as it took place, said the latest decision was made after careful deliberation. So people look out the face value and go, bah! Triggered, baby! The triggered fans out there. The we should start an organization called Triggerholics Anonymous. I'll carry on. Singer stated he informed Schaffer and his current manager of his immediate resignation, which came after reassessing the situation while contemplating his trajectory as an artist, as well out of respect for others in the band's camp that were still in process in the reality of the events that had transpired. It was time to embark on a new chapter, he wrote, closing the book of his decade-long role as Ister singer, who sang on the Dystopia, Plagues of Babylon, and Incorruptible albums. Block's complete statement read as follows. Hey y'all, well, there are times and events when you have to stock and reevaluate your life, work, and trajectory for the future. That being said, I have informed Jon and his current management that I must announce my resignation from Iced Earth with immediate effect. Before I made any personal decision, I just needed the last few weeks to process the situation as well as respect others in our camp processing the situation. I thank you all very much for respecting this. It is the best decision in many ways for my personal, professional growth going forward. Time to move on, heal, and prosper. Much love and respect to you all. Don't fret. Stay tuned for some exciting things to come. Time to embark upon a new chapter. Be good to each other, Stu Block. Appleton, who joined the band in 2012 and played on Plagues of Babylon and Incorruptible, also issued a statement announcing that he had stepped down as Iced Earth's bassist. The statement reads, in response to recent events and circumstances, I have notified Iced Earth's management and Jon that I will be resigning as an Iced Earth bassist with immediate effect. I would like to thank everyone who had sent me their support and love during this difficult time. Thank you. Update. A third Iced Earth member, guitarist Jake Dreyer, had distanced himself from the group as well. Dreyer told TMZ that while his Instagram profile still lists him as a member of the group, he's now solely focused on playing with Witherfall. The guitarist said while he enjoyed his time with Iced Earth, it's unfortunate how this tragedy unfolded. In response to Schaffer's involvement in the Capitol riot, where he was photographed inside the government building while wielding a can of bear spray, his band's Iced Earth and Demons and Wizards have both been removed from the record label Century Media's active roster page. Blind Guardian singer Hansi Kirsch, who also fronted Demons and Wizards, announced his resignation from the collaborative project with Schaffer on February 1st. Schaffer turned himself into authorities on January 17th after appearing on the FBI's Most Wanted list 1 week earlier. He expected to be extradited to Washington, D.C. to handle further legal obligations in relation to his criminal charges. It's disappointing. Regardless, I'm not going to make any judgment towards these individuals. But it is a letdown. You got to look at their side too, because they don't want to sit there and linger. They may have creative ideas and they want to move on, which is fair enough. All got to live one way or the other. But hopefully they can still support their colleague, Schaffer. They could disagree on what he was involved with. But you always understand his principles. And I've talked about this before. It was done by design. And all these years of government overreach, it blew back in their faces. You got to look at that angle as well. But wish these men the best. But if everyone's, oh yeah, it's good, let's get rid of it, it should all leave Iced Earth. Then you know what? Like I said before, if you stand for what's right and people distance you, will you like that same treatment? Just ostracize them? Think about that. Really thoroughly. So that's how I look at this. As far as I'm concerned, Century Media are being a bunch of cowards too. Put them back on the active roster. Who the hell made that decision? Oh, we're going to protect the interests of our label. We're going to censor the material. To me, it's a slap in the face. You're not just hurting the band, you're hurting yourselves. He has a right to a fair trial, right for a defense. Remember, how accurate are these charges? We don't have to hear what the glamour the drama queens on mainstream media has to say about it. We have to look at multiple sides on how all this occurred. If you really want to know what insurrection is, look it up. That's why I'm laughing. Yeah, it was a riot. It was infiltrated by provocateurs. Many people say, "Oh, members of Antifa and Black Lives Matter." It's possible, but remember, you don't have to be a hired gun by the state to be in these cliques. Those cliques aforementioned. So always examine things thoroughly. But I do wish them the best. Like I said, it's disappointing. But I have to respect their side as well. And folks out there, support Jon Schaffer. Okay, you can disagree with him, but if you love his music and him personally, give him those positive vibes for him and his family and the people who care for him. Well, I'm going to hit one more here pertaining to this. And it's from blabbermouth.net. ICE Jon Schaffer seen charging officers in newly released video footage from Capitol Riot. ICE guitarist Jon Schaffer can apparently be seen in newly released security footage from January 6th, U.S. Capitol, not Riot, that House impeachment managers obtained and submitted as evidence for former President Donald Trump's second impeachment trial, which was illegal, in other words, unconstitutional. Any questions? I did a show on it a couple episodes ago. It was a 2:30, I think it's 2:37. It was on a Sunday, and I share footnotes on that too. Okay, so just to let you folks know, check it out. And I'm not a Trump worshiper either. See, go by the book. So I'm going to continue on here. The clip in question, which was released by CNN on Monday, February 15th, showed rioters charging through a breached entrance and engaging and pushing officers. Man resembling Schaffer can be seen near the front of the mob wearing a blue hooded sweatshirt and tactical vest and a black leather fingerless tactical gloves, pointing his finger and yelling at the officers. There's a video on that. Last month, Schaffer was arrested for his role at the riot at the U.S. Capitol. The 52-year-old musician who resides in Edinburgh, Indiana, is facing 6 criminal charges after he was accused of spraying a police officer with a pepper spray bear repellent during the insurrection. Schaffer waived his preliminary hearing as well as his right to an identity hearing and production of a warrant in late January in the U.S. District Court of the Southern District of Indiana, court documents state. He will soon be transported by the United States Marshal to Washington, D.C., where government lawyers and Schaffer's legal team have mutually agreed to handle all proceedings. Oh, I hate that. I'm sorry. I just find that very disturbing. And I had on my past episode pertaining to Jon Schaffer, even the attorney made a comment on YouTube, agreed with me on that. So, because you know how this is remember, it's a demented cesspool. That area, Alexandria, too. And like I said, look what happened to Roger Stone. Not like him or not, I know he's a hustler, but based on the information, he didn't receive a fair trial. And remember, most of the people in the jury or jurors do work for the federal government. So just let you know. Schaffer's entitled to a hearing on the issue of a pretrial detention upon his arrival in D.C., court document says. Last month, government lawyers asked the judge not to offer Schaffer a bond where he goes in front of a U.S. magistrate. Schaffer must approve the federal magistrate that he is not a threat to himself or the public before being released on bail. Others who have been charged for the insurrection. Insurrection, good grief. Come on, get your facts straight. All you journalistic experts here, you know? I just started reading this, so that's why I'm laughing. Charged for insurrection at the Capitol, have been given bail but ordered to surrender. Avoid contact with alleged Capitol rioters and stay away from all state Capitol buildings. Some other alleged rioters have been prohibited from using social media and participating in any political rallies. Schaffer was photographed wearing an Oath Keepers lifetime member cap during an insurrection. I'll just keep on going here. The Oath Keepers describe themselves as an association of former law enforcement and military personnel dedicated to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, which that's good. But the Anti-Defamation League describes it as a large but loosely organized collection of right-wing anti-government extremists who are part of the militia movement, which believes that the federal government has been co-opted by a shadowy conspiracy that's trying to strip American citizens of their rights. Well, the ADL lies about militias, gun control, and Judaism. And I know what's the guy, Gottenblatt was him, that other clown, John Gottenblatt. I don't know what. Not impressed by him. And here's the thing too. Abraham Foxman was involved. Was leader of the ADL too. And the late Aaron Zelman from the JPFO, Jews for the Preservation of Firearms Ownership, challenged him to a debate. He was ready to go, but the ADL backed down. So you know what? They're nothing more than globalist, contemptuous cowards. New World Order 101. And you don't have to be anti-Semitic on criticizing this subversive organization. Schaffer has been held in the Marion County Jail since suffering the police on January 17th. He made his first court appearance the following day. Just after the insurrection, Eister's fans recognized Schaffer in a photo released by federal investigators. Schaffer is believed to be one of at least 400 people who are being investigated by FBI officials over their roles in the insurrection. More than 230 criminal cases have been filed so far. Charges include unauthorized access, theft, damage to government property, and assault on law enforcement officers. And there's plenty. And I see there's a video here on this matter by CNN, which I'm not really too impressed with. Of course, you got the documents from the FBI from the case, so you can make your own judgment on this. I was like looking at some of the CNN videos. I just start laughing. It's like all these drama queens, and like I said, my friends, you always got to look at the accuracy, what they put out, because they like to throw more drama to make it authentic. So, and this is why when you look at insurrection, it's more of like a overthrow of the government by force. But the whole thing is, if you watch the citizen journalists, like I said before, these people rule, because you gotta remember they're a Trump supporter, stopping the ones that are trying to damage the building. All right, and you can watch those videos on that. Epoch Times put it out, and just look it up. Same thing with the George Floyd case, protests as well around the country, because he had a lot of individuals, infiltrators, and even one cop. I believe it was Los Angeles, smashed a window during that one single file march, and he used his tonfa and busted one of the windows. And so you got to look at all those areas. All right, that's why I say, how authentic is this horrific incident? Based on what I've looked at, it was done by design. But they don't want you to know that. And Schaffer, he like I said, he got wrapped in that mess. He could be considered a pawn of the game. Like, there's a lot of them out there. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to defend his exhibition based on what I know, based on the information. But everyone's like, you got a lot of people are angry at him. But you got to look at the full effect. How long are you going to let tyranny dwell on you, yourself, your family, your community? That's what comes down to it. That's what I said in even my past episodes. It's called blowback. Kio bono, who benefits? And then they want to do the domestic terrorism bill. Was it HR 230? I believe it is. Fortunately, a lot of the civil rights organizations and even members of the squad, believe it or not, which I'm not crazy about them, said that would be a dangerous thing. There's already laws in the books, and they're right. So who's gonna benefit if we let this go? That's the question. Being vigilant towards our government, whether it's federal, state, or local, is a citizen and resident's obligation. We have duties. They want to suppress that. They want to make this as an 24/7 excuse for everything. And if you support it, you haven't learned a lesson from COVID-19 and September 11th. The political outcomes in those events. To always question authority, folks. Doesn't matter where you're at. The rate things are going. Because based on what I've been looking at a lot of reports from around the world, it's the populists versus the technocrats. Which side you're on. And that will be it. I thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share us throughout your social media networks. If you have any questions, comments, or something that's interesting to check out, whatever you do, please send your correspondence to Decorum. Furthermore, I'll leave the footnotes of these articles on my speaker page, and there's videos from CNN, which is a comedy news network, but you make your observe responsibly. And if you want to contact me, you can hit me at LokiLuckNumbers03@protonmail.com. If you want to donate, you can hit me at paypal.me or cash.app/LokiLuckNumber3. They're both working. So I know one person told me he had a issue on that. He didn't want to take that chance. Now it's all effective. I'm going to have to contact him on that. So just let him know if you want to donate. Everything's working. And if you want to donate, so forth, to even Jon Schaffer's defense, if he has something like that, that'd be cool. And plus, let's stick to your principles. That's the bottom line, folks. And loud, if they got one for Loudwire and Blabbermouth, yeah, send them some love as well, okay? All right, once again, thank you for your time. Plus, always remember that the demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate humanity. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on spreading the love. And may your guardian spirits be with you.